Hello students, welcome to Spectra Education Academy. In this video, I am going to explain a few more equations when a body is in oblique projectile motion. So first let me draw the diagram. So this is y-axis, this is x-axis, body thrown at an angle theta with the horizontal. So this is the path along which body travels. Say this is the point of maximum height, h max, where vertical component of velocity is 0, but horizontal component will remain constant as Vx everywhere. Suppose let us say here is, expect that at any instant projectile is somewhere here. So Vy is equal to u sine theta. Once again Vx equal to u cos theta. Even during the time of descent, this is the velocity. Once again this is Vx equal to u cos theta. So this will be Vy is equal to u sine theta downwards. Then, so initially vertical component uy is equal to u sine theta, ux equal to u cos theta. Now we had the equations h max as u square sine square theta by 2g, range u square sine 2 theta by g. Otherwise you can write this as 2 sine theta into cos theta. Then we got that the time of flight, that 2u sine theta by g. Now let us try to have relation between this and this first. Let us try to have relation between this and h max and time of flight. Let us try to also have the relation between range and time of flight. First, relation between h max and range. Okay, so divide h max with the range is equal to u square sine square theta by 2g whole divided by u square 2 sine theta and cos theta by g. So therefore there will be cancellation of g and g, u square and u square, 1 sine theta also you can cancel. So you'll get sine theta by cos theta, also with this 2 and 2 get multiplied, it will be 1 by 4. Then h max by range is equal to tan theta by 4. So there will be a numerical on this step. Also this is a relation between, you can expect a question to come directly like this. There might be some numbers for theta h max. Now let us also try to find out the relation between h max. Now this is the relation between h max and time of flight. Okay, so h max is equal to u square sine square theta by 2g, whereas the time of flight is equal to 2u sine theta by g. Now to cancel u square, you make this is as the time of flight square is equal to 4u square sine square theta by g square. Call this equation 2, call this equation 1. Divide h max by time of flight square is equal to u square sine square theta by 2g divided by 4u square sine square theta by g square. So there is again cancellation of sine square theta, u square and u square. So you can cancel 1g, the remaining g will go up, g by this will be 8. The final relation is h max is equal to 1 by 8 g with the time of flight square. So there will also be numerical directly on this. Now let us try to also find out relation between time of flight and range. Relation between time of flight and range. So range equation is u square sine 2 sine theta and cos theta divided by g, whereas the time of flight square, let us say, because we need to get a u square once again to cancel u square. So therefore it will be 4u square. Let me write a u sine theta with one combination here and u sine theta with another combination divided by g square. Now you can cancel u square, this u and this u. Then 1g also you can cancel. So there is also cancellation of sine theta, sine theta. So you got that cos theta by sine theta, along with there is also cancellation of 2 times. So it will be g will go up to cos theta by sine theta. So this can also be written as Tf square by r is equal to 2 by g sine theta by cos theta. So finally, you will get a time of flight square by r is equal to 2 by g tan theta. So you can rewrite this as tan theta is equal to g by 2 r with the Tf square. So there will also be numerical on this step. In my next video, I'll continue with the numericals based on the relation between Hmax, range, and the time of flight. Thank you very much for watching my video, but don't forget to share and subscribe with your friends and relatives.